empower young men as agents and advocate for the gender equality and democracy in order to safeguard democracy for the future generations.
Okay, thank you so much. I wanted to say I would just use the podium and just tell a few stories. Might just be better for me to do so. And I'll try to be brief. Okay, thank you, everybody. Good morning. I think we're still, are we still in the morning? Yeah, I think so. Good morning. My name is God Bless Otubure, and I'm the global president of ReadyToLeadAfrica. I find it very interesting, and I find it as an honor to be selected amongst men, to sit amongst great women. My story is not different from most people in this world, but I think my story is unique. Because sometime in 2008, as a student in the university, I ran for office to serve as the public relations officer of the student union government. And at the end of that election, for the first time in history, a woman won to become the first president of the student union government in my university. My first opportunity to serve, I served with a woman as my boss. And after that, I started working in the civil society space. And I served with a woman as my boss. She was not just my boss, but she taught me what I know today. She guided me through how to manage projects, how to deliver results, how it is important to work. Don't be liked, but be productive. Not by a man, but by a woman. And when I left that job, I started consulting. Again, my first client was a woman. Now, my story is incomplete without women. So I'll tell you another story. My dad left us when we were young, and my mom showed up. She didn't quit. She didn't give up on us. She said, "You must go to school." She showed up at every village council meeting, at every town hall. She represented our family. She made sure we were in school, not by a man again, but by a woman. And over time, my life has seen the awesomeness of the power of what women can do. In 2019, I got selected as a Mandela Washington Fellow by the US State Department. And once you come back from that fellowship, you become part of a community of young leaders from across Africa. And in Nigeria, I ran again to be vice president of that association. And guess who was my boss again? A woman. The first ever female president of the Mandela Washington Fellowship was vice presidented, if there's a word like that, by me. So, when I got the invitation to speak on this panel, Gender Equality as a Prerequisite for Democracy, for future generations, I couldn't say no, because I'm not just interested in the research of the topic, but I'm a living proof that without a woman, without women, there cannot be progress in society. So, I'll tell you another brief story. There are two families. One, so conservative and they don't want to see their women work. They don't believe that women have the capacity to contribute. So what happens? The man is the breadwinner. He alone can work. He alone must go out. So what's the woman's role? She has to be at home, take care of the kids, cook, clean the house, But guess what happened? Tragedy struck, just like it happens with life. The man loses his job, becomes depressed, couldn't handle it, kicks the bucket. Now the children are left with a woman without skill, without the capacity to lead and raise a family, without any means of earning. Penury calls, poverty strikes. But there's another family. The man works, the woman works, they have kids, they're both raising the kids, they contribute. Tragedy struck, but they're together. They're able to stand side by side. And what happened? They recovered faster. Poverty came and they kicked it out. Tragedy came, they kicked it out. What does it tell us, men? For those of us in this room, for those that will watch this clip tomorrow, what does it tell us? What it means is that our parochial thinking, the stereotypes that we've always held about women, it's not true. Women are not commodities. Women are equal partners in this world. Because a lot of us would not have been here without women. So if you say gender equality and democracy for future generations, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And so when they ask me, what is Ready to Lead Africa doing as part of what we do to promote women participation in democracy, I'll be pleased to share with this room and with IDEA International that our response to this question is our current initiative called She Can Serve. She Can Serve is an initiative of Ready to Lead Africa, driven by technology and the connection of 3 generations. In my country today, Nigeria, women representation in leadership, especially political leadership, is at a dismal low. But I've always said to my staff and all my colleagues and the people who work on our vision together that we cannot give up on this conversation of women empowerment and women inclusion in politics. But we must do it differently. And how best do we do that other than create an initiative that gives women the idea and the capacity to serve? So what we're doing with She Can Serve is that we're working with secondary school students, university level students, or tertiary institution level students, and career level women, connecting them through technology such that you have the baby boomers generation, you have the Gen X and millennials, and then you have Gen Zs and Gen Alpha all in one community. They're able to connect. So the Gen Alpha, the Gen Zs are able to ask their closest counterpart, which are millennials, how are they coping with issues in life? And they're able to say, okay, you know what? If I don't have the answer, I'm going to go to my baby boomers and ask, how did you cope with this? So you have 3 generations brought together by technology and what we do offline. That is what we are doing at Ready to Lead Africa. That is what we believe. Would not just talk about what we can do, but what we are doing. So, do you want a society that is prosperous? Do you want a society that makes progress? Do you want a society or a world where we're not sitting here and talking about, oh, women, we're talking about violence against women. No. If you want that world, then it is on us to not just talk about these issues, but to believe and act in that understanding that she can serve. So as men, as boys, your role is not to use your masculine nature to oppress a woman. No. Because you have been empowered to empower other people. You have been empowered to raise other people. So the women in our lives, the people who God has created, and they share this earth with us, they're not liabilities. No. They're smart, they can contribute, and they can make things happen. Look at this, just look at this table. I'm the only man. Look at 4 amazing women. So if you're looking for inspiration, I knew there was a woman called Angela Merkel who led Germany very well. Oh, there's a woman right now who is the DG of the World Trade Organization. Her name is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She's doing amazingly good. Oh, you don't know that there are other women around the world who are leading global institutions and delivering results. So we're not begging guys. Hey, guys, I'm talking to all of us. They're not begging us. It is in our best interest to protect the interest of women, because when women win, the world wins. Because when women succeed, the world succeeds. Because when women win, then democracy flourishes and survives. So, I'm joining IDEA International, I'm joining the Summit for Democracy, and I'm calling on all men, whatever cultures, whatever traditions you thought you had, let me bust your bubble. Culture and traditions are peer pressure from dead people. Break yourself free from it. Because the idea of life is that progress is not gender sensitive. Result does not respect gender. It is about the capacity to deliver results. And I know that if my story, from when I started my journey of leadership, I have been privileged to serve with women all through my journey, and I'm still here. It's a proof that women are actually not what most of us think. They're actually more powerful, superior than a lot of us believe. So do you want democracy to survive? Can I get your answer? Do you want democracy to survive? Yes. Do you believe in democracy? Yes. Do you want it to go further? Yes. Then everybody say with me, I believe in women. I believe in women. Come on, you guys don't believe in women? Say, I believe in women. And we will support women for democracy for future generations. Thank you, and God bless you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Koffler, for your very strong and engaging message. Yeah, I also believe in women. And this is a very,
I don't know. I know, yeah, I don't think it was working. It's not working. This is shocking, just to hear that. My final thoughts would be that we are all partners in this game of life, or in this journey of life. And I believe in connected development. I believe that whatever happens here is connected to what is happening in the other room, in the other room, in the other rooms. And as a people, I believe that this conversation is timely. And I just want to give a form of encouragement. There will be men who will struggle with the process of change. It's fine. It's fine. Because what we're trying to unbundle is centuries-old practices, right? That if we could flip and change it, it would be great. But clearly, we're not able to just you know,
Too dangerous.
to even do that. You know, it might be too dangerous to just do that, you know. So there will be resistance along the way. But of course, conversations like this, stories from every one of us here, and your story reinforces the fact that democracy is not a 100-meter dash. It is also not a marathon, because it does not finish. Democracy is the way of life that we continue to work on. The baby boomers will do their part. The Gen X will come, do their part. Millennials will do their part. The BBC will do their part. Gen Zs will play their role. Gen Alpha will play their role. It will never finish, because the arc of democracy continues to bend towards justice. And that justice is why we're having this conversation. The role of women in protecting future democracies. So my thought is, for the men, once you see the challenge, if we're scared of our privileges, whatever that is, it's fine. But make a commitment, one change at a time, and we'll be better off tomorrow. Thank you, and God bless you all.
I thank you, God bless.